All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing part 4 of this restoration of this 76 FLH shovel. If you watched one of the 1-minute videos, you saw where I took the cylinders, the heads, and the tablet blocks. They went to the machine shop. So talking to the person in the machine shop, we might not be able to go 40 over depending on how round the cylinders are. When I did some testing on the cylinders, it came out about 5 thousandths over. Whether they can actually do 40 or not, because Wiseco doesn't sell 50 over, they only go to 60. So we might have to go to 60 over on the pistons. And the cylinders are going to be Cerakoted. I think I should pronounce it Cerakote, which is a ceramic type coating. That's going to be painted in like a semi-gloss black for the cylinders. The heads, they're also going to, they're going to vapor blast and glass blast those. I'm waiting to see what the heads look like before I tell them to Cerakote the heads. And if we have to, we'll do those in silver. The tappet blocks are also going to be bead blasted in, and they're going to be coated in the same semi-gloss or high gloss that the cylinders are done. So probably a couple weeks out for that. So we still have to pull the motor. We got to get the motor down in the other shop so they can split the cases. I am going to try to figure out here before it goes what is underneath that JB weld. I'm going to try to grind some of that down and see if I can tell exactly what's under there. So we're going to continue on. We got to do take the inner primary off before we can take the motor out. We got some other small things that we have to do. So let's take a look at the manual and we'll see what the manual has to say. Okay, so if you look at the manual, we are, where are we at here? Okay, we're at number 10, exhaust pipes. At this stage, the cylinder heads and cylinders may be removed. That's down here. So let's go up top. It says to remove engine crankcase, so complete engine, continue stripping motorcycles as follows. Remove pivot bolt from left footboard and swing rear end of footboard down away from chain guard cover, which is the primary cover. Remove chain guard cover. Remove compensating sprocket shaft nut. Disconnect. Remove clutch and sprocket assembly as described in disassembling clutch. Remove alternator magnet ring rotor using puller tool, part number blah blah blah. Remove 4 bolts attaching inner chain housing and engine. See removing and repairing inner chain housing section 2. Note that the rear 2 bolts are safely wired to prevent loosening. All right, so we're not going to do probably all of that today. I'm probably going to do about half of it because I want to do some other small things before we take the inner primary off. All right, so I'm probably going to have to stop this video at some point because my car is in the shop right now getting front and rear brakes and a left inner tie rod. I think that tie rod they're going to replace. So, and my wife took the truck to work, so they're going to come get me in the shuttle. And I don't know what time that's going to be, but I might have time to do most of this in this video. So we're going to take this floorboard off. We're going to take the heel toe shifter off. This cover, I'm probably going to take the outer primary cover off. We're going to take the kickstand off. I know that's the least that we're going to do. I actually have a new linkage right here. The problem is the linkage that I got is not welded like this is. It has a hole through it with a pin, so I'm going to have to get a new shift linkage over here. So let's start taking some of this off because I would like to get this motor down in the shop this week sometime. I just put these floorboards on too, not long ago. So this has got to go too because this has a big dent in it. All right, so can't take this off because that has to clear that. So we got to take the kickstand off next. Okay, so right now we can actually take the primary cover off, I believe, because everything's clear of that. All right, so what I want to do right now is drain whatever oil is in the primary. So still going to have some oil in it, even if I drain this out when I take the primary cover off. So you can see where this thing actually was repaired at one time. So they did a pretty decent repair job over here. Probably could have cleaned it up a little bit, but this looks like it's probably the original cover because this came off a 60510-70. So this is probably the original cover. Gonna put that ring back there. We're not going to need that anyway. We're getting, I don't know if we're going to put new bearings in here or not, but let me go put this up. So the chain, I mean, the chain is a little loose. I'm probably going to replace it anyway, just because I'm already in here and I'm going to have everything apart. I'm not going to worry about these springs because this whole thing is going to be changed. I might have actually, I thought I had a locking rod to go across this to pull all that out. I don't know, I'll have to check. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the clutch apart. So it says in the manual to take out the locking pin, and you can use a bar, you can use whatever. What I've used in the past was just a washer. That's all you kind of need. Put a washer over it, screw this in, and you want to take the tension off the nuts. So we can take these off. I'm not keeping these springs anyway, so I don't really even have to do this part. I could just take the springs out because I'm replacing this whole clutch with, I think, a Rivera, Prima Rivera, whatever. Some people use bar stock, whatever it takes to close this. So then we can just pull this. See, this is bent. I don't know if you can see that or not, but so we'd have to replace it anyway. Let me show you up close. So you can see this is bent right here. Let me, I don't think I have anything straight, but anyway, you can look at it from the side and see that's bent. So this is probably really in need of a clutch. Let's pull these out and take a look at them. So these look a little, they look a little worn. Same thing with these. These things kind of look worn. I mean, I'm replacing these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But these steel discs look kind of worn too. You can see all the gunk that's over there. I don't know what type of clutch this is. I don't think there's anything on there that says. Yeah, So, yeah, that must be part of the clutch why it's like that. But this is really dirty. I mean, you could probably sand these down. I'd have to take a measurement to see the thickness of these, but they might just need to be cleaned, but who knows, you know. I don't think I can get this last one out. Let me get a pick. Yeah, they're really smooth, and they should be a little rough. I mean, you could sand these down probably, but it could be why I wasn't finding neutral, because these should be a little, these are like really smooth, and they shouldn't really be that smooth. But let's take a look inside. See, it's pretty grungy in there. There's a lot of, I'm not going to say there's a lot, but this is bent. That's a problem. So I think this, if I remember right, this is a right-hand thread, right to loosen, left to tighten, if I remember right. I have to look at the manual, but I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, so you can, I mean, it is possible to clean these, but I don't know, you know, the thickness. I'm not seeing any heat off these steel plates here, but they are kind of worn. You can see they're kind of worn in there. But I'm not seeing any markings on these at all. Okay, so in doing a Google lens on this, this shows up. Shows it's an OEM Harley clutch. So I'm not seeing anything else. You can see it's got the specs in there, like this one. So I'm assuming this is probably, I don't think this is OEM, but I did find out that the pistons that I took out had actually HD stamps in it. So I don't know if they came from Harley or if they're aftermarket, or what they are, but anyway, that's going to have to be all replaced. Chain doesn't look too bad right here. It's a little loose, but here's the wire. You can see the wire in here for the nuts. So at least they did that. They put the nuts in there. The back ones, I think the back ones were supposed to have it too, but there's none on here. But I'd have to check to verify that. Okay, so I just pulled the nuts off of here. So this is a right-hand thread, so you turn it to the right. And I did it with my impact wrench here. Turn it to the right to get it off. This one's left hand. So this is, everything's ready to come off. I took the chain tensioner out. Some stuff I do off camera because I just, to be honest, I just want to work on the bike sometimes without dealing with a video. So that's going to do it for this video. Next video, we'll actually pull the inner primary off. We're going to pull the oil tank out. I disconnected some of the wires. I want to start looking at some of these things, how that goes. And we'll finish this up. And then we should be able to pull the motor out. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.